You don't need to be rich to attract women, all right? I see this idea in the red pill sort of manosphere where a lot of these men are talking about that you need to earn a certain amount in order to attract women, right, into your life. Or like you need to have this car or you need to have all these things in order, right, in order to get women. To be fair, most of it is complete bullshit, all right? Um, and I think a lot of them actually lack real life experience with women, what they're actually attracted to, and what they find attractive in a man, right? I'm not as expert in the field, and I'll never claim to be like an expert, but I've had my fair share of experiences, so to say, and you know, um, I took it to the next level, even got married, and sort of got tired of that life of just being with new women, chasing new women, or being chased by women. Because when you are, when you know what you're doing, women will be attracted to you, and they will actually start wanting to be with you more and more, right? They're just sort of drawn to your presence, sort of who you are as a man, right? So if you're a young man, I wouldn't really worry that much about how much you're earning. Um, Instead, what I would focus on is what I know to be true is focus on your character, right? Like you don't even need to focus on looks maxing, money maxing, none of that. If you want to earn money, that's great, but do it for your own sake. If you have a family, do it for their sake as well. But it's not to attract women, all right? Money is a tool. It's materialism. It's a tool that you can use in the material world to get a bigger apartment, get a better car. But a woman is supposed to be attracted to you, who you are as a man, not the material things. And we see this very clearly, and I've seen it in real life as well, with men that are rich getting dumped by their girls, and I've seen men that are close to the poverty line even. I mean, they at least got a place to stay and, enough of food and things like that. I'm not talking about being homeless, that's different, right? But if you got enough to survive and perhaps a little bit more, like women just care about that. Like, okay, this guy is actually he's at least living a decent life, right? And then who you are, that's what they're attracted to. So, do you have confidence? And confidence is not supposed to be attached to money. That's ego, right? Confidence comes from how you carry yourself, your vocal tonality, right? Do you have your own moral code that you follow? Do you know how to be playful? That's a big thing. A lot of men, they don't know how to be playful. They're too much in their ego, too much in their rational mind when talking to women. And we see this all the time. Like they're trying to explain themselves to like women why they are good, why they're a good choice. And women aren't attracted to that, right? Like they aren't attracted to that logic. Really, they're not. For men, it makes perfect sense, right? Okay, I'm disciplined. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Like that should make me attractive. But in reality, it's much more about the emotions you actually stimulate in a woman when you're with her. A lot of it comes down to confidence. A lot of it comes down to confidence. Do you dare to go up and approach women, right? That's confidence. Do you dare to stick to your own moral code? Do you dare to say what you mean? Do you dare to flirt? Do you dare to be sexual with them, right? In a good way, of course, where you have to sense if they are into you or not. And I know a lot of guys really lack this ability, unfortunately, but it's something that can be trained by spending more time with women because they're a lot more emotionally in tuned than men are, right? Or usually a lot more emotionally in tune. They pick up on emotions a lot more. Like I said, a lot of it comes out in your vocal tone. Um, I know men, for instance, that speak in a certain way when they're around other men, and then around women, their voice sort of gets different. Their pitch gets higher or lighter, and it comes across as insecurity, which it is. You know, it's insecurity. You should have the same vocal tone and just feel confident with all the people you're around, right? And it can be trained, and it usually comes with abundance. It's something you develop through spending more time with women, right? Uh, like I said, if you just have money, like if you're leading with your wallet, you might get some gold diggers. You might. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if there is nothing else there, right? If it's just money, money can be a great enhancer. But if it's just money, it's very shallow. It's like, okay, what is actually who is this man, right? Like, if it's just about money, materialism all the time, it gets boring after a while. For some women, it might be intriguing at first, but then it fades. And we see this many, many, many times with successful men, successful, quote unquote, financially at least. They get dumped, cheated on, and things like that, right? Because it's the only thing they have. They've only focused on earning money. They haven't focused on developing their personality. Like, I can tell you from experience, right? Like, women are very attracted to adventurers, all right? Are you the type of guy that can be like, hey, let's go and do this? Take her hand, lead her with confidence, right? I can't really explain it with words. Like, it's sort of like a very in the moment sort of experience that you do with confidence. And for a man that studied Carl Jung, I've studied Carl Jung, it's like being drawn into a different world of sensuality. Because we men, we're very much in our rational mind a lot. Usually during the day we're creating, we're trying to provide, like we're taking care of things. And you have to allow yourself to be drawn into a world of the senses where you're just flowing in the present moment. And women sense that when you're not obsessing over time, over the past, over the future, over money, over materialism, what people think of you. You're not even thinking in those terms anymore. It's all about being in the moment and having a pleasurable experience together, right? If you can draw a woman into that sort of sensual world of pleasure in the moment, that's what's gonna, turn her on and eventually make her very attracted to you as well. And like I said, this is a difficult thing to logically explain. It has to be experienced, and it comes from being around women more often. And also another big thing, guys, don't look at women as if they're angels, right? A lot of these women, most of these women have their own personality flaws. Like, that's another way you can get rid of the idea of putting them on a pedestal, or like this leading with money is also this idea of you have to prove yourself to get them. If you think about it, it really is. Why would you need to be rich to get women attracted to you? It's so you have to prove yourself to them. You got nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. All right? Nothing to prove. No approval seeking. Don't lead with money. Don't lead with muscles. Don't lead with looks. Of course, dress well and take care of yourself. That's important. But don't be attached to these shallow ego principles, right? Yeah. I guess that's it. I was going somewhere, but I lost my train of thought. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Like, don't lead with your money. You don't need money to get beautiful women. All right. You need to live in the present moment with them, and be adventurous, confident, charming, charismatic. And these are character traits. They are not external. They are who you are as a man, right? A lot of it comes from living an interesting life. If your life is interesting, the experiences with the people you have in your life will be interesting as well. Women also care a bit about your social circle. Like, because if you don't have friends and things like that, it can be a bit off-putting, you know? So have a social circle. Make sure you enjoy life. Be enjoyable to be around, right? Make sure you enjoy your own life, because then women are going to enjoy being around you as well. And drop the ego. Drop the ego completely. This is a world of senses, not the ego, right? Men care about the ego, who want to conquer, be better than other men, right? Women, they live in a world of senses, all right? So that's like a good book is like The Art of Seduction. I highly recommend that book by Robert Greene, just to sort of get perspective on history and how it's worked throughout history and like our animal nature, what actually works. And yeah, it's good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hit the like, subscribe as well. Drop it on new daily video. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.